Hello everyone, this is Great Pumpkin speaking, and welcome to this new army report for Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen. Last time we were back in Muspeln, and our groups changed a fair bit. We also got access to new classes, and we're gonna have a look at it. Now I've got my lord who got to level 21 and who's still maxed. At least this is actually one of my stronger groups at the moment. Our samurai got into a samurai master back at level 15, which means he now deals 3 slash in the front row. Our cherubim is not too far from becoming a seraphim and has the right stats to do it, but that's not the case just yet, and our princess is the same as usual. I'm actually thinking once the cherubim increase into a seraphim, I might swap that princess for the Amazon in that other group that we'll see later. As for this group, it's about the same that it was. Ninja Master, Raid, Rivetman, same as usual. We've got a Beastmaster here, with a Cerberus and a Tiamat, as was the case. I went over this one quickly. Demon, Ravenman, Wraith, Ninja Master. This group hasn't changed very much, except the class in the front row isn't actually a Beastmaster. We've still got a Witch, a Dollmaster, an Iron Golem, and now we've got a Tigerman up front. In this group, I've actually managed to get access to a Dragon Master. By grinding some undeads back in Antajyl, I managed to get the Beastmaster back to enough ally to make him into a Dragon Master. So I used the Stone of Dragos to turn him into a Dragoner, and then change his class once he reached level 20. He can now use Ice Fields 2 times in the back, but it's not a very strong class for him as he only has 78 intelligence, whereas his strength is much higher. So it's better to keep him up. I've got this red dragon here that I replaced with the one that I got from Slust, if I'm not mistaken, back in Muspeln, because his stats were definitely better. We've got an Ixie, and this is the Amazon that I want to switch groups once I get the chance, because this group is missing a little firepower. Not that it won't have one once our dragon increases in class, but we'll see. This group is about the same as what it was, an evil one, a wyvern. We got a Phantom back in Antajyl, which is the same as a Ghost, except it used Curse twice in the front row and Nightmare 3 times in the back. This is gonna help our Halloween here to help finish up groups. Our group here is fairly similar, a Muse. Our Shaman got turned into a Monk, which I believe was the case last time. We got an Ice Giant, and our Pixie turned into a Sylph. However, I actually found out that the computer had a group in Antajyl which had better stats on their Sylph than I did, or a Sylph if you will. So yeah, it's level 16 instead of 20, but it will have better stats in the long run. Here we managed to turn our mage into a sorcerer with the undead staff that we got back from the enemy base back in Antajyl, which means he used 2 magic on everybody on the second row. I swapped my werewolf here, which was in another group back here, and I've got a cockatrice up front. Oh no, right, our werewolf was already there, my bad. And we've got a vampire up front. This group is the same that it was, a paladin, a titan, and our gold dragon is not too far from becoming a platinum dragon. So yeah, and we finally met our challenge. None of the units in this part are the same. So yeah, we finally did it. It took us a heck of a while though. So now we're headed to the floating island of Shangrila, where I'm gonna showcase the various groups that are involved. So I'll meet you once I've engaged the enemy. And we're back. We're about to engage the enemy, and more recently I've started to use the Sunshine and Moonbeam items to manipulate the current time of the day, because I found that I was getting tired of struggling because I had high alignment units fighting at night and so on. So yeah, this should be a tiny bit easier from this point on. Especially since we're kind of over-leveled. Let's put the animation back on. And swap our strategy. 63 damage. She's really starting to become a monster. She has something like 160 strength, which is unbelievable. This group is doing pretty well. The Seraphim is really gonna make him much better, but it gets the job done. I've actually learned something about this game this time around. As it turns out, I thought you actually needed the Key of Destiny to recruit Tristan, the heir to the throne. As it turned out, that's not the case. It's only if your reputation isn't high enough to recruit him. And we got the agility item. Let's move our lord back up here. And get another unit there. I'm thinking K. She's still a snow unit. So as you can see, sylphs are pretty powerful, but they can only use this move once. But against thing weak to holy, it's pretty darn powerful. Like at the moment she's only level 16, my muse is level 20, and they did about the same damage with their spells. Our Ice Giant is doing okay. Not too good, but not too bad. Demon kills everyone, in case you didn't know. Did a number on those things, but it won't be enough to take him down. We're probably gonna flee after this. But we won. That's what matters. So I'm gonna meet you once we engage the enemy again. Oh my, 3 cherubims up front and devils in the back. That's kind of a weird group. Our Titan, though, did a fairly good job. This group is starting to get behind a bit in strength, but once we get that Platinum Dragon, this won't be an issue. Halos are really bad kinds of attack. Back in Ogre Battle 64, Angel Knights and Seraphs became really powerful for first row units. This isn't gonna be good for our alignment. Doesn't really matter though. The Raven Man isn't hitting very hard, but he's a good tank up front, because he has so much agility. They're good in flying units though. This one is low sky, so it's alright. I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this group. I'm actually surprised she didn't attack the Rage, she could have killed him. And she now did. This is worrisome, but not all that much. They did alright. Okay, that's it for Transit. We're gonna get Grim up front. Probably not gonna do much against this kind of units. Oh my, 2 Tiamat out back with an evil one. That's a strong group, alright. Especially if you don't have holy weapons. This group, at least, is doing alright. I would think it will be actually much worse. His Evil Dead isn't gonna do much against us, but we won't do much against him either. Usually I would make sure it's in the morning and then get a high alignment group to destroy that other group, but that wasn't an option here. Still, 31 damage to the evil one. It does alright against everything else. Next up to the bat is Mabel. Evil ones in Samurai Master. Tigermen are much the same as werewolves. They're also regular fighters or lycanthrope during the day, but the difference is that aside from the animation, they've got better stats than the werewolves do, but they only got 2 attacks, so that's their way to compensate. The werewolf is actually a much better unit. Only because it hits once more, but I actually want to use every unit that I can. That's the whole point of this challenge. Our golem is doing alright. He's getting much stronger than he was. Okay. Next up is Whitney, the Dragon Master. Ooh, clerics up front, with evil ones in the back. Or black knights, if you will. He did a fair amount of damage, but since he was a Beastmaster before, he would have done the same with whatever he did. The main point of Dragon Master is to be able to recruit top tier dragons in order to turn them into even stronger dragons. Despite what you might think, this is actually an evil unit. Their ally are way down the dumps. Dragon isn't doing too well, but then again he's not supposed to be up front. Might have to move him to the back actually. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Next up is Chris. Oh, he's against that group. Well, this pumpkin will be useful. Not too bad. I expected worse, to be honest. This ain't gonna go do much against them. Huh. It actually did better than I thought. This might be problematic. That pumpkin, though. Oh my! We killed it. For quick, we might be able to finish him. Or if my ghost had done his job. Phantom. And we've encountered our last group. This time is Becker's group, which didn't change much, but we've now got a sorcerer instead of a mage. This is the highest tier of wizard that I'm willing to use, at least. And with those 2 titans, they should do a number on them. Phantom. This is the it-all version of Nightmare. Titans would actually be a pretty good choice against this group. Well, except against the werewolf and vampire, of course. But during the day, they could do a number on that sorcerer of mine. It's really too bad we won't be able to wipe that group. At least they won't escape. And this is going to be it for this part. Thank you for watching, everyone. This was the Great Pumpkin, and you all have a pleasant time now. Bye bye!